All right, friends, happy Wednesday. Welcome back into the Golden Tee Lounge. I'm Kevin Lindsay. It is time to take a look at this week's home and commercial event. It is the Remastered Par-3 Classic. Yes, I am an absolute terrible person, and I'm sure the hate mail is already incoming. Pine Creek, number 17, is our very first hole. And I wanted to give a little bit of a challenge because it's been a long time since we've had a real challenging hole to start off here. This is definitely one of them. I'm probably going to miss this miserably, or maybe we ace it and then never play this course again. Oh, that was close. I'll take it. But this is the very first setup that you will see when you're getting out to a commercial Golden Tee 2021 or PGA Tour arcade game. GoldenTee.com/locations to find one of those near you. But all the remastered courses, so Pine Creek, Coral Ridge right here, Golden Tee 3D Golf remastered courses. We have Golden Tee 4 remastered courses coming up like Rattlesnake and Pine Meadow, Castle Shire, and more. This is Coral Ridge number 4. And, you know, we've done Par-3 Classics before, but we want to do something fun here with these throwback courses that, you know, Jim Z and the course team have gone through, myself included. We've gone in the archives. We found the 3D files for these holes, and the course team has, done magic to them and refreshed them and made them look so much cleaner and so much more vibrant in the world of, Golden Tee golf now, because some of these courses you haven't seen in 10 or 20 years. So they look much different than, playing them on an actual 3D golf cabinet or on a Golden Tee 4 complete cabinet. And so this one here, Crawdad number 3, starts off easy after you get past the first hole, and then we go back to Coral Ridge. This is number 11, but because this is a Par-3 Classic course, it means that great shot points are going to be king right up against getting hole-in-ones. You're going to, the likelihood of somebody winning a contest with 18 score, minus 18 across 5 games is very unlikely. Some of these courses some of these holes will set up pretty difficult, and you won't be able to get a hole-in-one on them in certain cases. You're going to run into those issues, but staying above water, making sure you make all your putts, making a chip on hole 17 of Pine Creek, which is hole 1 in this course, those things are going to be crucial to get a chance at that prize pool. All right, this is a fun one here. This is Mystic number 4. And look at that. What you don't want to do is exactly what I did. And if I didn't restart this video already 17 times because of camera issues, I would restart it again. But we're just going to play it as it lies. I want to give you guys the first look at this course. So when you get out there to a commercial game near you, you're going to see the same pins, tees, and wins on these holes that you guys are watching here right now. But we'll make up for it here, and we're going to do that because now we are on Pine Creek number 6. Come on. Trying to get my phone to work with me here so I can show off the list of courses, but apparently it doesn't want to work. So this is Pine Creek. This hole has a couple of different tee boxes. And, oh shoot, if that doesn't go in, yeah, it's going in the water. That's okay. I play super spin irons. I also play really terrible with any kind of iron that I'm chipping. But that's okay. So after Pine Creek number 6, we go back to Mystic, and now it's Mystic 17. This is probably one of the easier hole 17s, or I guess final Par-3s of the remastered courses. I say this as I hit a terrible shot in the sand. But unlike most of the closing Par-3s on the other courses, there's a lot of rough and some sand here. So not as bad as Tropical or others where you're going to hit trees, water, and maybe even sand. So even though it's not working out for me here, that's okay because I'm just, as they say, a little bit on tilt with some internet issues and camera issues and all kinds of stuff. But what it means is that you guys can watch this video, see that Christmas tree color scheme for my first 9 holes, and say, after hole 6, let's do better than Kevin did. And that's what I'm hoping, that you guys go out and do. Events mode plays many times as you want. It goes through the end of Sunday, and then we'll reset it with another course for commercial and the home games. That was hole 10, Rattlesnake number 13. Now we go back to Coral Ridge. This is hole 15, Coral Ridge's last par 3 in that course. Not too difficult, but you don't want to get too cute when it comes to certain setups. Like that one was okay because the wind was blowing opposite of the sand. I just threw it on the green and want to get that putt and just move on with it. Then we go back to Pine Meadow, number 3. Not a hole you see in Freaky Fridays or events courses later in the game too often. So I wanted to do that because it's a pretty straightforward and simple hole. But when you add the wind from being part of the back 9, it does get a little bit more difficult and, somewhat challenging. All right, Shire, hole number 4 is number 13 in this week's contest. Really would love to avoid another water ball. And we did. And then now we move back to Crawdad Swamp. This is hole number 8. This is a fun little par 3. I hit it too hard. Just a little too hard. But with a couple different tee boxes they have on this course, you can get a short look like that. You can get it a little bit farther. You can get some tee boxes on the other side, basically back left of the view you saw there while I putted in. And then Pine Meadow 13. I really like this hole. It's theoretically very, very simple. But you also have the green to deal with. Or I guess you could just do what I did and bounce off of the soft mounds of dirt. I was kind of hoping it would at least go in the hole so I could ignore the fact that my score is so terrible. But, it happens. Now, as we get to hole 16, it gets a little bit more difficult. Nothing too crazy, though. You've seen this one plenty of times. This is Tropical Falls 17. Again, rock, sand, and water that you want to avoid here. And then Rattlesnake Ridge number 4. This will set up sometimes pretty easy. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a break because I threw some of those tougher holes at you towards the beginning of the course. And then hole 18 is a favorite of mine. I say that until I put it in the water because I try to get cute, but it is Shire number 17. This is one of those holes that I feel like, and I say this from example, that I make it harder than it really needs to be. For something like this, I just want to get it on the green and putt in for birdie, because if you've made it to this point, you've got a really good score going, or you're very stubborn and don't want to quit. Be careful if you're like me and you have those super spin clubs, because these will, if the cup does not get in the way, you're going to get wet very easily, which is why I hit that club with no spin whatsoever, and I use that up 9 slope, that right 5 slope to my advantage. Much better ending to this preview on the back 9, all birdies. It's a par 3 course, that's what you want. But play as many times as you want in a commercial or a home edition game. GoldenTee.com/locations to find a game near you. And we will see you guys back here later for a Freaky Friday preview and tomorrow's Throwback Thursday daily contest.